Welcome back. It is time to take things to the national level. Now, the Sixers have been grabbing national headlines, not for their wins, but for their losses on and off the court. Now, to talk about this, we have Philly Inquirer's Keith Pompey. Welcome to the show tonight. Now, first things first, let's talk about rookie Jahlil Okafor. A lot of talk swirling around him right now, who's nearly averaging a double-double, but that's being overshadowed because of there's been some commotion off the court. So what's the latest?
Unfortunately, the latest with Jahlil was realizing that he's a target. I mean, he's a 6'11", 265-pound target. Due to his personal success and due to the team's failure. I mean, these are two documented incidents where he's going out and people hassled him and then it turned violent. So, the NBA, this is an embarrassment to the NBA, and it should be a huge embarrassment to the Philadelphia 76ers.
All right, well, I hope everything gets squared away because he is a good guy. He really is. Now, to the court, I know he's frustrated. Philly's frustrated. The Sixers now have the most consecutive losses in NBA history. So what is going on in Philly?
You have to believe if they lose to the Los Angeles Lakers on Tuesday, I mean, some of these guys are just going to, I hate to say it, but I think they're going to start quitting on the coach because it's like, hey, man, we're working hard, we're doing everything we can, but we can't get these victories. And it becomes a frustration situation. And I think that also led to Jahlil Okafor's getting into that fight in Boston on Wednesday night or Thursday morning.
All right, well, as you had mentioned, looking down the schedule, they've got the Grizzlies on the road, then the Lakers at home, and I'm going to stop right there. And sorry, Spencer, I know you're frustrated for me talking about this, but could this be the Sixers' first win on Tuesday?
I mean, I think that's the win. I mean, maybe, I know like the following weekend, next weekend, they play the Denver Nuggets. You consider that one as possibly a win for them because a lot of people expected them to go through November, and it seems like that's about to happen. But if they lose those two games, I mean, it's bad. And I feel bad for those guys because, they are working hard. They're doing everything they can, but, it's just hard, I mean, with that roster that they have to win a game.
All right, well, I do hope that comes soon. I mean, the most consecutive losses and a potential worst start in NBA history is just downright awful. So that was Philly Inquirer's Keith Pompey. Thank you so much for joining us tonight. Now, Spencer, Trey, I really have nothing. I mean, these poor athletes, night in and night out, just have to walk away with empty plates. And I think the Lakers, well, it might be their best shot at a win. What do you guys think?
I mean, like, why we got to drag my Lakers into this? Like, can we just wither away in pain right now? Why do we got to make fun of them at any? I was at a moment right here where I was going to be like, let's take a moment and feel bad for Keith Pompey having to cover this team, and then he's got to come at my team like that. Like, why can't we just be friends? I mean, they're both terrible. It's anyone's guess. They're both just unbelievably bad. I feel so bad for Jahlil Okafor right now. Like, he doesn't want to be there. I mean, he didn't want to get drafted there. Between him and the only other player that is even relevant is Noel, it feels like, and he would even be just a rotational player, I think, on a lot of good teams. There's just no really hope in sight right now for this roster. It's a struggle.
Do you remember this last year? Here we are, another basketball season, talking about another extensive losing streak by the Sixers. It's not healthy for anyone. Like you said, it's not healthy for Keith. Nobody wants to know what's wrong with this team. Nobody can figure out what's wrong with this team. First of all, the guards that they have. After we watched them in our sports office draft every big man under the sun, now they realize they don't have any guards to play. But they do have some chicken noodle soup coming, in the form of your Lakers. So they maybe will get a win on Tuesday night. I'm banking on that.
The strategy of tanking, they're taking to another level right now. I mean, I've never seen anyone successfully tank this bad for that long. So at some point, it's got to pay off, you would think.
If Kobe plays, I think the Sixers win. You'll get me later. All right, we're going to take a quick commercial break. Give Spencer some time to look up some old Kobe highlights. When we return, we're in the home stretch. Plays of the week when DSI returns.
My name is Ginger Lewis. I play center mid for the Easton Warriors, and you're watching Delmarva Sports Insider.